everyone, welcome back to the Sweet Star Candle YouTube channel, and today I'm going to be making a Halloween heart candle. Before we get started with the video, I just want to let you guys know I'm running a Halloween sale on my website. I have lots of sparkle as they melt candles and wax melts over there. I'll have it linked down below if you want to check it out. So for step one, I'm going to be making my heart embeds. So this wax is definitely different from the wax I normally use. I think this is called Hurricane Embed Wax, but I'll have it linked down below for sure. And this is a harder wax, and it's going to go on top of the candles. And as you can see with my own personal products, the pumpkins on top use this exact same wax. And the reason I like this wax is because it is a harder wax and it will last longer on our candle. So I'm going to get this melting and I'll be right back. I'm going to turn this up to about 250 degrees. While this wax is melting, I'm going to prep my heart mold. So these molds are from Amazon. They've got little teardrops, clouds, and hearts. I'll have these linked down below. So basically all we're going to do is get our hurricane wax melted, and then I'm going to pour rows of different colors. So I think for this candle I'm going to use orange, black, and I might do white. And then once these embeds are fully cooled, we can start on our candle. So my first heart color is going to be white. I'm not going to have to add any color, so we can just stay with the base color of this wax. I'm just going to add a little bit to the bottom of the pitcher because these hearts are so small. I'm going to add a little bit of mica powder to my wax. This is Nature's Garden's Diamond Dust Mica Powder. Probably a 1/64 teaspoon. I'll get that mixed in there. I'm going to let the wax cool just a little bit, and then I'm going to pour into my hearts. While my white wax is still liquid, I'm going to add a drop of orange liquid candle dye. I'm going to add a little bit more wax. I'm going to get that mixed in there. Then I'm going to pour into my heart molds. And finally, into this same pitcher, I'm going to add 1 drop black liquid candle dye and 1 drop red liquid candle dye. I'm also not washing this out in between, since we went from the white to orange. It's okay if the black has orange in it because I think black is all the color, so having orange in it will be fine. So I'm going to add 1 drop black liquid candle dye. This is from Nature's Gardens. Just going to add that right in there. And I'm going to add 1 drop red. The reason I'm adding 1 drop red is because it's going to make our black less like gray and more like black. So add 1 drop of this. Like I'm making a concoction. I'm going to get that wax on the bottom heated back up with a heat gun because there's still plenty of wax for the amount of hearts that we need. So I've got that all melted down. I'm going to mix it up. Still using this same spoon. I think I'm going to add 1 drop more of the black just to make sure that it's really black. Now it's ready to pour into the hearts. I'm going to let all my embeds sit for a few hours, or you can let it sit overnight so they're really solid, but I will be right back. So I've let all of my embeds sit overnight and they're ready to pop out of the mold. And while I'm doing this, I actually have my wax melter going. And you might want to do that as well if you have a big wax melter like I do. So now that I've got all my embeds ready, I'm just going to set these all to the side. So our next step is going to be prepping our jar. I've already sprayed this down with isopropyl alcohol. Comment below if you've seen this video. I sprayed it down, I've got it cleaned out with some paper towels, and I'm going to wrap it in some aluminum foil. So I've got my aluminum foil here. I actually do this with all my candles and it helps prevent bubbles from forming on the side. They will eventually, it will keep it a solid color for longer. So I'm going to get my wooden wick placer. I'll have a link down below to these. This is 3D printed and it perfectly fits on basically whatever jar that you want to have and any kind of wicks and all that. So I'll have a link down below to this. These are the wicks I'm going to use today. Makesy Crackling Single Ply Wick, and this one is the 0.625 width with the 0.02 thickness wooden wicks. And I'm also going to get some wick tabs. These are from Aztec Candle Supply. Basically any wood wicks will work. What I'm going to do is get my wooden wick and try to place this exactly in the center of my wick. Just like that. Wooden wick placer sticker thing. Here are my stickers. Also from Aztec, I'm pretty sure. But what I do is I just take it off. And then I place this right in the center. And then before I put it into the aluminum foil, I'm going to place on a really flat surface, get my wooden wick placer tool, put it into my jar, and then I peel off the sticker, and I actually put it on the end on this end, and then I'm holding it right here, so when it goes down it's not at the bottom yet. Place it down, and I kind of just finagle it, and sometimes if you did a good job getting it centered, it'll just fall right down to the bottom. Then what I do is I take my little base part and I gently press on the metal so it's really stuck. And that's how I do that. And then I get my aluminum foil. I've actually taken the aluminum foil and basically made it to the shape of these candles because these are what I use for my business. And just slide it right into there. I'll have all of the products I just used to do this down below. So the fragrance oil I've got for today's candle is from Aztec Candle Supply, and it is the Pumpkin Peanut Brittle BBW type. And I'll have a link down below to go to this. So now for my candle wax, I'm going to pour from up here for my wax melter, you kind of see me, down into my pitcher, and I'm going to need 10 ounces of wax. I'm going to use 10%. You don't have to go as high as that, but this is 1 ounce, so I'm going to use this whole bottle on 10 ounces of wax. I'm also going to add 1/64 teaspoon of mica powder, and this is going to give it that really pretty sparkle effect. So now that my wax is fully mixed in, I'm going to hit my jar with the heat gun. So now that my jar is heated up and my wax is completely mixed in, it's ready to pour. I'm going to use this metal spoon, and this is going to also keep some bubbles out of this. And I'm just lifting the spoon as I go to continue to break the fall. I'm going to let my candle fully solidify and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back the next day, and today it's time to make our final candle. So I'm just going to take off the aluminum foil, just like that. As you can see, no bubbles. I'm also going to trim this wick. Now with wicks like this, I would just do like a triangle type motion. So do one like this, and sometimes it snaps off like this, but normally I'll go like this. Just to remove a lot of it. Since we're going to be adding our hearts, we need to remove this so we can actually have access to the top of the candle. Next, I'm going to use a heat gun, and this is going to make sure that this is completely level before we put our hearts down. So now that I've got that sort of flat, instead of already putting my embeds onto the wax, I'm going to let you guys in on a little secret. You have to let this layer completely solidify, especially if you use this IGI. Now, soy wax might be a little bit different, but I'm going to let this fully cool down, and then once we put the embeds, instead of wax like getting pushed up and it looking really ugly and having the heat gun and then the embeds melting and stuff, I'm going to let this completely solidify and I will be right back. Okay, so I've let it fully cool down. I'm going to add my hearts. I'm just going to try to place these randomly in, but not putting two colors right beside each other. And I'm just going to gently press them down about halfway. As you can see, no wax is slipping and sliding around, and it's not coming up on the side, so that looks good. I'll just put a white one here and do the same thing. Press it down about halfway. Just like that. I'm just going to continue this until the whole top is filled up. So now that I've got my embeds on the top, I'm going to trim my wick. Also, I have this link down below. This is really handy. It's not exactly a candle making tool, but it works perfect for wooden wicks. I'm sort of going to leave my wick pretty tall because we have so many embeds on the top. There it is. Thank you everyone for watching. Be sure to give the video a big thumbs up and subscribe if you enjoyed. I have links down below to all of the products that I used in this video and also to my website if you want to check out that Halloween sale. Thank you again for watching, and I will see you guys next Thursday.